Right, so I was reading an article on boxing scene, and Zab Judah is still really trying to get that Paulie Malignaggi fight, man. He's really campaigning for it. He really wants that fight to happen at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. He thinks it could be a big fight for the Brooklyn fans. And Paulie Malignaggi looks like he's just kind of on the fence about it. Um, Paulie right now says he wants the bigger paydays. He wants to get paid what Al Heyman fighters get paid. So yeah, Paulie's kind of been on like this whole Al Heyman obsession ever since like the Broner fight. He's just mad that these Al Heyman fighters are making more money, and he's kind of bitter about that. So I don't know if this fight's gonna happen. Am I interested in it? You know what? I actually don't mind this fight. I know that might surprise you, but here's the deal: fights like this, as long as there's not a belt on the line, I really don't care. My thing is when championship belts are on the line and people sit up and they try to dig up these old veterans. Um, like when Broner fought Malignaggi for a belt. I mean, that kind of stuff could be, I don't know. That stuff's kind of aggravating. But when you got two guys who are veterans sitting here, I think it's not a bad fight. I really don't. I don't think it's a main event fight. I don't think it's like a headliner. Maybe a co-main event to like a Peter Quillen card or something they could put on in there, or a Danny Garcia fight. Both of these guys are going to give you some entertainment. They're going to give you good press conferences. And I think it's a good fight. I mean, both of these guys at this point are the same thing. They're just names. At this point, they're just a name that you go on BoxRec and you say, hey, do I have Paulie on my resume yet? Or do I have Judah on my resume yet? I mean, that's pretty much what they are. I don't want to disrespect them, but they're not what they used to be, either of these guys. Judah probably has a little bit left in the tank, maybe enough to beat Paulie, but at the end of the day, we know what the rap on him is. When he steps up, he pretty much fails. So, heck, I don't mind Judah trying to make some money, man, and make this fight happen. And I guess Paulie is out there looking for bigger paydays, but unfortunately, Paulie, you're just not that exciting. Whoever you fight is going to be the one making the fight. So it's just not going to really happen. So you might as well take this as well. Um, the thing is, I mean, I don't really see why Judah's being so urgent about this fight, because Zab is gonna get fights. I mean, there's always gonna be some young fighter who's ready to dig up an old veteran and, like I said, just get a quick little badge of honor on his resume. So Zab's gonna be around. So I don't know why he's campaigning for this fight so hard. Uh, it would be interesting because at least we could compare and contrast how Zab does against Paulie to how Broner did. And I think Zab would pretty much mop the floor with Paulie Malignaggi. That's just my opinion. So I think that would actually be interesting. But I mean, at the end of the day, both of these guys, like I said, they're the same thing. Maybe Paulie doesn't want to jeopardize his status by losing to a guy like Zab when he could just wait around, to get beaten by a Keith Thurman or somebody who's on their way up. I don't know. So I think that's basically what's going on here. I don't mind the fight. Like I said, as long as it's not really a main event fight and they don't sell it as like the big ticket, I don't mind it. Make it a little co-main event, something like that. So, what do you guys think? Do you all like this fight? Would you like to see it? And who would you pick in this fight? Should both of these guys pack it up? What do you guys think these guys should do? I think they got a couple of fights left in them. I don't mind them hanging around as long as people aren't digging them up for title shots. I'm cool with it. I gotta say, man, though, somebody left a pretty funny comment on that article. They said, it's bad when you're hoping to land a Paulie Malignaggi fight, man. Zab, zab, zab. But yeah, man, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, you guys go ahead and let me know what y'all think about this.